Hey everybody, today we're visiting the Brandywine Museum of Art. Now this museum is located in Chadds Ford, Pennsylvania, and it sits on the banks of the Brandywine Creek. So this museum is best known for its collection of American art, specifically around the Wyeth family. But today we're here to see the holiday train display. They actually take a whole room in the museum and they set it up with a miniature train display, and it's really fantastic. There's lots of interactive buttons for children to press, and they really do a great job. So we're going to check that out today. This museum is a great place to visit around the holiday time. They have these beautiful trees displayed with these different woodland creatures and natural ornaments, which are just stunning. But Brandywine Museum of Art is much more than just a museum. There's actually hiking trails here, several of them, and they also have the Brandywine Conservancy, and they have saved 62,000 acres of land here in this section of Pennsylvania. They've preserved them. They actually have some of their own private hiking preserves that you can only access if you're a member of this museum. So we're going to cover all that kind of stuff and take you along for a hike at the end.
Oh, that's so cute.
So if you're interested in visiting this museum, you should be aware that they do charge an admission fee, $25 for adults and $10 for children and students, and that they have special hours during the Christmas season where they're open 9:30 to 5. And if you're interested in seeing the train display, I really encourage you to get here early. This is super popular. It can get crowded. So we kind of came first thing in the morning, and that worked out well for us. One other thing I wanted to point out is be sure to check your local library. So for us, our local libraries have museum passes where you can borrow and get admission for your family to places like the Brandywine River Museum or various museums in the area. And I just want to remind people to check out your local library and see if they have resources like this, because it's a really great way to get out there and check out the museums, and it saves you a lot of money.
That's cool. See the Ferris wheel spinning too.
And the pirate ship.
Oh, and the pirate ship. Now what's the circus balancing?
There's just so much to look at in this train display, so many little thoughtful details. And of course, this really cool camera that's mounted on one of the trains, so you can get the train's eye view of going around the train platform. So we're going to check out some of the other exhibits here at the museum. The one thing I want to point out is this museum is just gorgeous. Nature is kind of like the star on each floor because they have these huge glass windows that look out over the Brandywine Creek, and it's just beautiful. This particular floor has places where you can sit in the sunshine and enjoy books. We're going to go look at the children's book exhibit. So this focuses on children's books with a nature theme and shows some of the illustrations. And then afterwards, we're going to look at some of the regular collection of American art. Not everything's on display right now because a lot of the pieces are down so the trains can be set up. And then after that, we're going to start our hike. We've left the museum now, and we're going to take you on a hike on the river trail. This is about a 1-mile trail. It runs right along the Brandywine Creek. It's super beautiful, easy, where families or anybody could do this hike. So as you see as we walk along the trails, the clues are kind of everywhere. This was the museum was a former grist mill that was built in 1864, and then it was renovated and became the museum. So we're finished up with the museum, and now we're going to go enjoy the beautiful grounds. So we're going to take you on a hike today on the river trail, and this trail starts right outside the museum. The really cool thing is that when you visit Brandywine River Museum and Brandywine Conservancy, there are several different trails you can choose from. There's the Harvey Run Trail, there's the Potts Meadow, there's the Studio Trail that actually takes you out to the studios of Andrew Wyeth and NC Wyeth. There's a little campus trail that's very short, and then of course there's this river trail. So there's lots of options here for hiking. So we are not members of the Brandywine River Museum, but if you are, you get special access to their 2 preserves. And like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, they've actually preserved a lot of land in this area. So they have a preserve called the Laurels that's in Unionville, Pennsylvania, and that's open to members of the museum. And then they also have the Waterloo Mills Preserve, and this is in Devon. And same thing, that's often open to members. I'd be really curious to see what they're like, but I think it's really cool that they've preserved this land and created these hiking and nature preserves. Thanks for coming along with us today. Hope you enjoyed seeing the holiday trains, checking out the museum, and seeing this beautiful trail that runs along the Brandywine Creek.